Hey guys, today we're in Newport, Oregon, and I'm checking out the Ripley's Believe It or Not. I haven't been here since this one was refurbished in 2019, so let's go explore. Here's a lion made out of tires. And check out this very cool bench of a giant octopus carved out of wood. And this way to the weird. Starting out, we're looking at some of the places that Robert Ripley traveled. Here's a wax figure of Robert Ripley himself. Some different artifacts. Here's some text art from Robert Ripley. I guess if we zoom in on that. Interesting. And some strange mail. I guess these are different things that people have mailed, like a traffic cone, a fake hand, a bowling ball. There's a coconut, a giant boxing glove, ukulele, and even a hula hoop. Here's a bookcase with some heads in a jar. Ooh, look at this one. Oh, this one's pretty ugly. Some masks from Robert Ripley's mask collection. Very ornate from around the world. Ooh, that's a big one. Here's a collection of Burmese marionettes and a Chinese dragon ship. I guess it says that's made of jade and weighs over 1,000 pounds. A collection of shrunken heads. There's one there. It says to grab the jewel. Look in the hole. Yeah, there's a big jewel in there. Can't grab it. Oh! Got me. Statues made entirely out of toys. Let's see. One of those little slappy hands, game controllers, some different toy guns, car tracks, frisbee down there. Looks like this room's dedicated to some of the strange and unique people that Robert Ripley met along the way in his travels. Like the Mexican vampire woman. Over here, Avelino Perez, the Cuban eye popper, apparently serving up drinks at the Ripley's bar. This is cool. Tucked away over here is a copy of Abraham Lincoln's liquor license. A figure of Double Pupil Man. Born with a condition he had 2 pupils in each eye. That's pretty creepy. There's a statue of a woman from Myanmar. They used to stretch their necks up to 15 inches long using these brass rings. And here's half-man Johnny Eck, whose torso ended right where his hips should have been. Here's a statue of Alypius, a 17-inch tall little person from ancient Egypt. Here's Francisco Lentini, born in 1889, known as the Three-Legged Man. Over here we've got the tallest man in the world, Robert Wadlow, next to Tom Thumb. Oh, Wadlow's going to stand up. Here he goes. Whew. There you go.
At the age of 21, he was more than 8 feet 8 inches tall and weighed 491 pounds. Quiet, shy, sensitive to his size, Robert Wadlow was hesitant about appearing in public. This film was made to promote the company that manufactured his shoes, size 37 AA. For him, a visit to New York was as much an ordeal as an outing, yet cameramen lost no opportunity to accentuate his height. Even New York's Governor Al Smith participated in sight gags. Atop the Empire State Building, the tallest building in the world, stood Robert Wadlow. To this day, the tallest man in modern history. Believe it or not.
Here's some interesting dresses. One made of toilet paper. It says this one over here is made of foam insulation. Pink foam insulation. And over here, dress made of silverware. Got some forks and spoons. There's a collection of oddities in this room. Here's a giant boot that stood 7 foot 6 inches high. On the wall, some random toast art. Of course, a coffin shaped like a lobster. A funeral hair wreath. And just for good measure, a vampire killing kit. Hiding in the corner, the human unicorn. This guy was photographed by Ripley in China in 1931. Bunch of different unusual artifacts over here. Some unusual animal oddities here. What do we have here? 6-legged zebra. There you go. What else? A 7-legged lamb, if you can see there. What's this, a 2-headed calf? Not my favorite. There's inflated taxidermy. It's a cow with horns. Here's more of my style. A dog playing piano. And a 2-headed calf down there. Peeking outside, here's an acrobatic performer who's known for shooting a bow and arrow with her feet. Always cool and enthralling to watch. It's a kinetic sculpture. These things just keep going. Could watch that for hours. Here's the shell lady made of seashells found on the beach. Hiding away up here, some unusual flower petal art. It's Charlize Theron made out of flower petals, rose petals, and Madonna made out of rose petals. Some different Olympic memorabilia. Let's see here. 1936 Winter Olympics. Down here we've got some Olympic torches. Looks like Salt Lake City there. Calgary, Alberta, Rio de Janeiro, and Mexico. A jersey signed by Charlie Sheen from the movie Major League. Over here we've got Muhammad Ali's boxing gloves signed by Muhammad Ali himself and Will Smith, who played him in the movie. There's always such a weird assortment of stuff here. This is a 5-footed alligator. Let's see, right back here you can see it's got his extra feet. But even weirder right behind it, of course, some barbecue sauce portraits. Why not? Weird. Time to check out the play zone. This is a scrap metal statue of a warthog. Push on the corn lever, why not? Okay. Some shrunken animal heads. What is happening? Some very tiny little dioramas. This one's got a train. And over here, this one's a UFO. Aliens are invading. All right. Not to mention, of course, some shrunken heads, two-headed turtle, and a two-headed snake down there. Heading through the tunnel. What's over here? Some Pringles cans. I guess I'll press the button. Oh, Pringles art. Weird. On this side, got some walrus tusks from 1870. Oh, my favorite. Here's a performance by the Beatles. Literally, the Beatles. Wood that's been formed into faces. And you never know what's going to happen when you spin the wheel on these things. Another very weird diorama of a piranha. Over here we got a whole bunch of amazing animals. It's an Atlantic white marlin. This guy down here is a 14-foot albino cobra. I wouldn't want to run into him. He's almost as tall as I am. There's Robert Ripley with a giant crab. We've got, let's see, a black-nosed shark over here. Down here, the devil-faced fish. Does look like they have a face on the bottom, right in there. Giant tortoise shell. Porcupine fish. An albino blue marlin. It's incredible the natural wonders you see, like a fish wearing glasses. Different artwork made out of unique materials. Candy art, M&M's, M&M. Candy portrait of Taylor Swift. Let's see, who's down here? Oh, it's Adele made out of buttons. Here's John Lennon made out of broken records. Anne Hathaway made out of beetle wings, which is pretty amazing. Those are pretty cool. Those are very shimmery, iridescent. That's neat. That's a neat material. Of course, classic Van Gogh's Starry Night, but it's made out of duct tape. Broken record Jimi Hendrix right here. And we've got Bob Marley made out of a cassette tape. Awesome. A replica of a woolly rhinoceros skull, fossilized over 20,000 years ago. And just as legitimate, a dragon sculpture made out of acrylic fingernails. Next section, we're exploring under the sea. Here's a giant set of jaws from a megalodon, next to a figure of shark bite survivor, Rodney Fox. Here's a replica of the Titanic made out of matchsticks. 7.5 feet long, made from thousands of ordinary household matchsticks. A statue of Neptune next to this diving bell from the 1930s, used for early underwater exploration. And my favorite, it can't be a Ripley's without seeing the Fiji Mermaid. It says thousands of people paid 25 cents in 1842 to see P.T. Barnum's Fiji Mermaid. Next up, looks like we're headed to space. This is a cool room. Some different space suits. And I can never resist touching one of these plasma balls. Zzz. Let's try this one. Here's an astronaut glove. Space shuttle pilot parachute. Space shuttle made out of matchsticks. Here's an iron meteorite. Whoa-ly. Even more unique artwork. Here's an owl made out of gunpowder. Frank Sinatra made out of butterflies. And down here, some superheroes. It's Guardians of the Galaxy, drawn out of cigarette ashes. What do we have in here? It's a crocheted taxidermy bear. Very weird. Here's the story of a moose that in 1994 got its head stuck through a cabin window. A deer mural made out of matchstick art. Here's a bear made out of pine needles. And a replica of Mills End Park. This is the smallest park in the world. It's actually located in Portland, Oregon. Everywhere you look, there's always these unique oddities. Things to discover. You miss so much if you walk by quickly. Here's some dinosaur eggs. And over here, this is a ram skull tree. It's ram's horns that have been embedded in the growth of a tree. Over here we got the infinity room. Oh, excuse me, sir. Oh, didn't mean to ruin your photo. But let's take a look. Infinity room. Oh. Okay, look down. Crossing over this board, but I can see down to infinity. Stepping inside, looks like we're gonna go to outer space. Whoa. It's very starry in here. Cool. Hope you enjoyed touring Ripley's in Newport with me. Until next time, remember to keep exploring.